So today we were chatting about feelings of overwhelm and we thought it'd be really great to get you involved and to see how you deal with feelings of overwhelm, and we'll share how we deal with
because I
overwhelm.
suppose there's no one fits all, is there?
No, overwhelm can be in so many different things. I think this is, we're chatting it in context to when there's so much going on in life that you just feel like you can't even get clear thoughts. So Katie, you came in this morning, you said, I have started using my bullet journal.
Yes. Well, I always used to bullet journal, and I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's really just a notebook where you just write everything down in and try and get in some order to it.
Are you able to show your bullet journal to explain? Now, I will just say you can make a bullet journal out of any notebook.
Yeah.
But you can also buy bullet journals. If you do a Google search, bullet journals, there's loads on Amazon, loads of different types of ones. Essentially what they do is they help you get a handle on everything that's going on in your life, and believe me, if you put in the time to fill them out daily, the feelings of overwhelm literally go like
well,
that.
that's what I was saying to you at the beginning of the week. I just felt like I almost can't sleep because, I must pick up that prescription, or I must go and speak to my mum, or I must bring that person back. Nothing major, it's nothing crazy, but
it's just the
my head, it's actually not, I can lay awake or wake up at 3 in the morning and have these things spinning around my head. So I actually went and bought a new one, so I've only just started it
So
again.
this is a bullet journal. Let's go past your personal details in it.
I have just started this, so I haven't filled it all
So
in
at the
yet.
start of a bullet journal, you have the whole year listed out, and then you go through and you mark in key dates of the year, key birthdays, anniversaries, things going on that you know that's going to happen over the next 12 months. You put them in. So 27th, Katie's booked her hair. So that would then mean that Katie would go to the diary.
I've done that.
No, I know you haven't, but I'm just explaining how it would work if you'd done it,
Properly.
if you done it like a good girl. So then you would go to the 27th, and that would already be in your diary.
So therefore, I do not have to retain that information.
You do not have to, because you are looking through this diary every single day.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to the day-to-day stuff, or waking up or not being able to sleep at night, which, let's face it, that's what we all get with feelings of overwhelm, that's where you go in and essentially brain dump all of that stuff in. So now if we go to the days, Katie, if you want to choose a day that you filled out, like this week, for example.
This week, I've just filled out all the things that I need to do this week. It doesn't even have to be on a daily basis, but then I go through it and I will go, okay, I'll go home this evening and I'll just dump everything down on the bottom section of the things that I need to remember.
All of it.
So all these things that I need to remember.
Yeah.
Then I'll go in and I will then put them to where I want them to go. Because I feel
when you
like
say put them in where you want them to go, do you mean the days?
in the days, because sometimes I feel like if I've written it down, I don't like crossing it out. I feel like I've changed my mind. I don't want to do that on Thursday.
Right, got
So
you.
if I just dump everything down, then the next day or that evening, I can then slot.
So you're reviewing your days to be like, on Monday this is happening, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
But then down here, as you get thoughts and think, oh, I've got to do that this week, you're dumping them at the bottom and then filing them into each day of when they've got to happen.
Exactly it.
Okay.
So that's my little brain dump section, and this is the section that helps me sleep at night.
Got you. So if you can't sleep, for example, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes if I can't sleep, it's because I've got all these things going around in my head, like, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But if you have this,
which keep next to your bed.
Yeah, keep it next to your bed. Have it on you always, and you just, as soon as you get like, I've got to do that, you dump it down in the dumping section, and then when you feel like you've got 2 minutes to plan when that's going to happen, then you either plan it into that week, or you future plan it to when it's got to happen. And I will say there's something that psychologists say about when you've completed an action, to actually physically with a pen score it off, it gives you a little hit of dopamine.
Hence why I've got one of those pens, you change, so I can go red, done. You can get quite creative with these things.
So you can make your own bullet journal.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
You don't have to do it like that. I bought one at the start of the year, really small one. So that's chewing gum mark.
Keep it very nice and clean.
This is really good because at the start you've got your months, so I can kind of high level plan my months, and then I go into my week. And now my weekly stuff, I mean, you'll see how my brain works. I mean, I'm only on Wednesday, but I keep it small because that way I've always got it in my bag, and this goes everywhere with me. And then I have this in this pouch, because in this pouch, when I've got, I don't know, sometimes I've got just scraps of paper that I'm like, I don't want to lose that scrap of paper. I mean, I'm really tech friendly. I'm really all about the digital.
Just use their phones, but no, we're old school.
These are all my little scrappy notes. I'm like, I can't lose those. So I put them in here. This is how I deal with overwhelm in the digital age. Scraps of paper.
This is basically your brain in a folder.
This is my brain. Put it in there, and then that goes in there, and this together goes everywhere with me. At home,
makes a massive difference.
Yeah, it really does. And I think to-do lists are one thing, but I tell you something, Katie.
Please.
To-do lists make you feel quite stressed because if all of my week was in one to-do list, it would be a list so long that I'd actually procrastinate over it, because I'd be like, I don't even know how to make a dent in that. But if you put your to-do list into a bullet journal, it transforms into an achievable daily tasks that you can, even if you don't do that task on that day, you know, if it's not urgent, you can move it to another day.
It doesn't feel like you're failing. I always feel like failing when I don't tick that box.
I think with a to-do list, the to-do list can create that feeling of overwhelm. So for us, you inspired me to do bullet journaling years ago, and I've done it ever since, and I've never looked back.
And you can make it as simple or as detailed. Some people go really to town with it. Mine is very basic.
Yeah, and some people like to use different pen colours and different things like
pictures
that.
in and all sorts.
Pictures in it. It's just a way that when your head is whirring, the act of writing it down and having that with you, I think so much of overwhelm happens because we're just carrying it all in our head.
Yeah, it is.
All in our head. We've got to think about work, we've got to think about family, we've got to think about friends, you know. And
you're dropping balls all over the place, aren't you? Like, you know, you forget someone's birthday, or you just feel awful.
Yeah.
If it's all dumped down on paper, it's there for you, it's out of your brain.
Grab a tea, grab a coffee, get yourself a bullet journal, lots on Amazon.
Or any notebook.
Any notebook, doesn't have to cost a fortune. Try bullet journaling. We promise it will revolutionise not just how you feel about your days, but just a clear-headedness.
And able to sleep better.
I'd love to know how you guys deal with overwhelm. Like, what do you do? And I think what's lovely is if you put your advice in the comments, then other people can benefit from your advice, because we do bullet journaling. Some of you might meditate.
Yeah.
Some of you might exercise.
Yeah.
But I think what I'd be keen to know is actual techniques that you do to help you organise your life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being part of Beauty in the Boutique. And love you all.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Bye. Bye. Bye.